Welcome to the lab. If I look a little tired, it's because I am. I had a busy week, and I had the crushing disappointment of realizing today that my plans for the weekend are not exactly what I thought they were. See, I had planned this weekend to go to an RV show one town over. And a lot of what I'm wanting to do is hinging on this show. Not because I'm going to buy an RV, because I'm not. Not at a show. Let's put it that way. But because I had wanted to instill a certain amount of excitement about the notion of an RV trip soon. Hopefully this summer. But what had happened was, on my calendar, the RV shows this weekend. When it finally came time to to lay the first row of bricks on this project, check the calendar, and the RV show is in 2 weeks. Okay. Same outlet, but in 2 weeks. I was like, I must have been looking at last year's. But last year the dates wouldn't have been on the weekend, would they? I'm not sure what's going on. So I looked, and actually this weekend is a boat show. Boat and outdoors. I'm more into the outdoors part than the boat part. Not so much because I don't like boats. I do. I've fished on them considerably, and my stepdad had several. And over the years, I spent a lot of time on boats. I skied. Wouldn't want to do it in my shape now. It would take quite a motor to get me up. But boat show. What the heck? Well, it didn't take long for me to realize that the boat show and the RV show are both by the same promoters. I had apparently followed a link that had dates on it and read the description for the RV show, but the dates were actually for the boat show, not the RV show. The two were backwards. Well, and this was long enough ago that everything has been fixed now. But yeah, so this weekend I'm going to a boat show. Yeah, I it's kind of funny because I wouldn't mind getting a boat. I just understand that having a boat, especially when you're in a position like we are in the state where there's not really any leasable dock space so that you could put the boat in and just leave it for the summer. It's not really something that they do around here very much. So it would be loading and unloading a boat over and over again. And given the size of my family and the age and, the sorts of things they would be interested in doing, we're looking at a fairly large, pontoon or something, rather than a sports boat or anything. So, yeah, I suppose if I found a boat that was serviceable for cheap, and I thought that it might be a fun project to try and fix it, that might be one thing. But I'm definitely not going to be buying a brand new bass boat anytime soon. I didn't really go for the bass boats even when I was on them and bass fishing. I spent a lot more time just kind of watching the wildlife than I did catching fish. I thought I caught a few. It's still, it was more of a zen thing for me, fishing without a hook sort of thing. But anyway, so that kind of has taken the wind out of my sails to some extent, and I think we'll have fun tomorrow. It's just not where my mind had been. And so shifting gears, the old brain is like, oh no. I've got to wait 2 more weeks to implement this other plan. Well, that's alright. I was also hoping that I would get some inspiration while I was at this, because I kind of have another idea. I'm just not really in the position that I want to lock up $60,000 or whatever in a new RV, 90, 100, whatever it would take. Just not looking to do that right now. But I have thought about trying to find a junker. Find a junker, something that I can, pay cash out of pocket for and spend some time on it. One, to get experience, because I anything old is going to need fixed. And so getting some of that fixing done, and something that I haven't invested a whole lot of money on, like I have to fix some things in the house too. But if it's in the house, I have to make sure I'm doing it right, and so it takes a lot longer and takes a lot more effort, because I got to present it to somebody else. This would be just for me, so it can be whatever I want it to be. I don't know. That's a thought too. Well, I've got a backlog of videos to watch. I've got a backlog of cleaning to do. I imagine I'll be back tomorrow.